Hi there, this is Kelsey. I'm a beginner crocheter and I am in my yarn era. Today I wanted to film a video showing what to do if you are struggling to find a center pole. What's happening is I'm sort of on the beginnings of what's called a yarn barf. So if you're a beginner and you haven't heard that term, a yarn barf is when it's not pulling out nicely and you have this big wad right here. It's called a yarn barf, which is such a fun name. So I wanted to show you with, tips and tricks that I have tried as well as things that I have researched about how we take care of this yarn. So the first tip, and I hate taking the label off of my yarn because I don't like, losing what color it is or the weight, etc. But when you're dealing with yarn like this, it's so tight around here that you are going to need to take that off to sort of give the yarn room to breathe. Tear it nicely. Now I have taped these back on. This is just a preference thing. I just like to keep my labels, generally speaking, on my yarn so that if I need more of this color, I can find the exact thing. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna give this guy some room to breathe. So they wind it so tightly, make it easier to ship. And we just sort of got to give this little yarn some room to breathe here. And what that does, it's going to loosen up. They're supposed to be inside of the skein, a little ball with the other end. So this end that I have here, this is the end that wraps around the outside. This would be an outside pole. It's fine. You could crochet with this, but it's going to be annoying when every time you have to pull, your ball's going to jangle around. I have lost lots of yarn to the dog hair trap that is on my floor. So a center pole is ideal. But what do I do with all of this? You can see I was already sort of digging for it. I don't know which side to start with. I'm going to show you what I would do to fix this. Loosen this up. People have said you can sort of tap it like that. That will help get you the pole. Let's see if that works. I might just have to deal with a full-fledged yarn barf. That's okay. We can figure this out. If you feel in here, stick your fingers in. Typically there's a little ball that you can push out the other end. And I'm just not confident to know for sure if that's what it is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull on some of these strands. All is not lost with this lovely little yellow skein of yarn. Ugh. This is a full-fledged yarn barf. Oh, good heavens. Okay. This is a ton. This is a ton. What would I do with this? First things first, before you start untangling anything, what you're going to do is you're going to need to keep pulling until you're only having one strand coming out of that original skein. Okay, so I shaped that back to what it was before. If I pull, yes, I've got one thread. What that tells me is the other end is in here somewhere. Like the working end that the tail end that I need to work with. Check this out. In my defense, this is the wad that was in there. And this just happens. It's not the end of the world. This just happens when yarn gets wound. Hey, Kelsey from the future here. I do want to also add, I probably did this to myself. I can't just blame the machine. I'm sure I pulled the wrong ends. I pulled from the wrong side. I contributed to my yarn barf. Maybe it was part machine, part me, we're a combination, but it doesn't matter. My point is it does not matter. To my fellow beginners, if you did this to your yarn, you didn't ruin it, we can totally fix it. It's all part of the process in crochet. Be gentle with yourself, okay? Okay, here we go. This is a good sign. I have my one end here, and I'm actually just going to start gently pulling on this to see if I can sort of semi-rewind what's going on here. Okay, now the trick here with a yarn barf, don't pull anything tight. You're gonna hate yourself if you end up doing that. Okay, keep it loose. It's usually just wrapped around a little bit of the other yarn. Some people will say you can massage the yarn out, So that would be like, you can just sort of gently loosen it. That's massaging the yarn. So I'm starting a tutorial. Hey, here's how to find the center pole. And then I literally can't find it. It felt really like embarrassing, and turns out this just happens. It's part of crochet. This doesn't have to be the end of the world. It's just a consequence of working with yarn. I will say, I've been touching this yarn a lot. It's very soft. What am I working with again? Impeccable acrylic. Yeah, this is softy yarn. Okay, sorry. I know that for me, this feels so tedious. Like, I just want to get on with it. I just want to start crocheting. There is also this weird, like, dopamine hit I get from successfully dealing with a yarn barf. I have yet to see where the end is. I'm just laughing because this was a tricky skein to be trying to demonstrate a center pole on. But silver lining, now I can demonstrate how I deal with a really annoying yarn barf. When I first started crocheting, I panicked over stuff like this. Just like having to frog, having yarn all over the place, yarn barfs. No, I did it wrong. I did the wrong kind of pull. I don't know. After a few months of doing this, I've just learned it's part of the process. I didn't do something wrong. This happens to professionals, professional crocheters who've been doing this for 25 years. I've been doing this for 6 months, so naturally it's going to be harder for me to locate a center pole. And sometimes you get something like this where it is, that end, I guarantee, is just shoved right in that massive hole. Anyway, just like, be a little gentle with yourself. You're learning something new. It's not intuitive. It's not like they teach you this at school, at least not where I went to school. This happens to everybody. You didn't do something wrong. You're not stupid. You're just learning. So yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm just laying them out in nice long lines like that, because I haven't seen everybody do this. Some people just crochet straight from this. I have 3 little kids. I can't always sit and crochet, and they will get into this and make it a giant mess. So I do like to rewind mine up, and laying it out in lines like this is going to make it, it's going to make it easier to do that. And slowly but surely, we're going to rescue this beautiful, what's the color again? Butterscotch. Ooh. This beautiful butterscotch yarn. You have not ruined your yarn. It's just wrapped up. Take it easy. We are close. Again, biggest tip is don't be pulling anything super tight. If you do that, you're just like cinching up a knot or cinching up a tangle, and it's going to be a giant pain if you do that. If you're finding it hard to undo things, gently pull on it like this. Give it some room to breathe. It's called massaging it. And slowly but surely, we're going to get this out there. Ironically, this is what would be happening if I just pulled from an outer pull. I lost it. Which is why the center pole is so appealing. So you don't lose it onto your floor full of dog hair. This is starting to look like a pack of ramen to me. You see that? OMG, I see the end. We're close. And there you have it. There's our center pole. After all this mess that we have going on, it's laid very nicely. Shouldn't call it a mess. We're gonna clean it up. All this winds back into what is now the center pole for this, the rest of this skein.
Wrong. I actually found another yarn barf inside there.
Now, you can just sit here and crochet from here, like I said before. What I would suggest you do is leave yourself a tail, lay it over your hand like this, and then just start wrapping it up, keeping this loose. And what that's eventually going to do, we're going to create this new ball or this cake and pull from this new ball of yarn. That's what I would recommend if you don't have a yarn winder. I really want to try this with my yarn winder. Okay, lock that bad boy in. I'm just gonna go nice and slow so that I can monitor how this is pulling out. All right, we made it. So the issue I'm running into, show you this, I'm trapped. I'm stuck there. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to rewind this whole thing into a nice yellow cake, and it's gonna be fine. That's how we're gonna roll. Oh, well, that's fun. There's another yarn barf. Oh, the little winder that could. We're back, okay. Oh, goodness. Let's see if this works. Whoo, we made it. Okay, pull. Now, preserve your center pull. Don't lose your center pull. Pull that off. Pull this here. And I have a beautiful cake. So that was such a process. That was such an ordeal. But there were such a big knots inside that skein that this is the best option. A yarn winder is not necessary if you're just starting out, but it's not that expensive to get one. And this just like saved this whole skein. So what I would do from here is I would take my skein and I would probably like tape this back on here. Hope that helps, and happy crocheting.